This is the air conditioner I took out. I pulled it out, I don't know, maybe a month ago. Threw it down in the hedgerow, left it drop. All I'm doing is bench testing this right now. I disconnected the plug that this went into, this particular type. So as you can see here, typical, sketchy as hell. Okay, that's wired. Now this is only for a bench test. This isn't going to be. This plug doesn't match. This is a 220 line. This is the one I use for my plasma cutter. And what else? Damn. See what happens when you get old and senile? Well, anyway, for the plasma cutter. Alright, I got that run here. I don't have it plugged in. I mean, I have it doesn't unplug actually. It's just a main line that runs into the box. I have it shut off. But I have this. This is not the correct plug for this, but I have it in there. I file it down a little bit so she fits. Hopefully we don't see any sparkies. I just want to see that this worked because I dropped it pretty hard. I wasn't going to use it. There was nothing wrong with this other than it would smell bad. I take it apart every year and clean it, Clorox it, the whole bit, take the cover off of it and all that. But there was a place up front. There's two fans. There's an outside fan and an inside fan on this that work off the same shaft, I believe. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, I get all that. But then I got looking, and this inside fan, I removed another cover plate that I had never removed before. And the fan is made out of white plastic. And that bad rascal was black with just like algae, petrified algae on it. And I'm like, wow. And this is 12 years old or more, maybe closer to 15, I guess, but I've been using it for 12. And I figured I'd retire it. But I got thinking about it. It still worked. It blew cold air, and I wouldn't be using it as much, but it would be nice to have some air up here in the garage someplace. Maybe that window right there. Can you see? Yeah. That one. I would have to modify it a little bit. The window frame is just a touch to, this is 26 inches, I believe it is, wide. And that window frame only goes to 24. I could modify it, not a big deal. But before I go ahead and do anything, I want to test run this to make sure, since I dropped it on its head. I didn't really drop it that hard, but, and it's been sitting outside for a month. Don't know if that'll hurt it or not. I'm going to do a test run here. Watch for sparks, because I'm about to throw the switch. Okay. I don't see any sparkies. Well, we have ignition, and she's blowing cold air. Okay, so it's not her. I thought, well, cool air. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's getting cold. Okay, so it works. That's good enough. I will bring you back when I start tearing into this, pull it apart, clean it, and then figure out what I'm going to do, where I'm going to. This is going to take some major minor stuff here. Now this is just slide the other window up, cut out that frame. This part of the frame right here would need to be gone. If I go out to these have enough clearance, so that shouldn't be that tough. Set her in there, put some plexiglass in her to fill her in, or fill in with that window. And I'd have to run a 220 line over too. Alright, I'll bring you back when I figure out what I'm doing. Alright, this is the window I'm going to attempt to put that air conditioner in. Now it's going to need a little modification. Mostly it's going to need a cleaning. You can see this is like the catch-all. That's the non-burnable stuff there. I put that in there and then haul it out to the garbage. Well, sometimes I miss, and whatever. That's kind of a, you know, no-go zone, so it doesn't really matter. It's out of the way, and it's sort of in the general area of the garbage. So that's I'm gonna clean this up. All right, let me bring you back. I'm gonna have to get the lift box. That means I got to get the other tractor, get the lift box so I can come in from outside. Oh well, I'll hit that from outside. It'll give me room to work, and I have to unscrew that framework from the outside after I cut it. So I got to get some things around. All right, I already started the first cut here. Forgot to turn the camera on. Of course, get everything ready. All outside, ready to go. What happens? Yeah, rain. So, bear with me. I'm gonna try to get this started here. Okay. There's the bottom part of the frame I wanted to remove, and it's removed. Now, I'm not exactly... I should put a pitch on these. Tipped. No. Wrong one. Now, how am I going to do that? Okay, can you see what I got here? I'm through the webbing on my lift, so I won't be able to put these in like that. I'm gonna have to lower this down, so I have to get down, lower this rail down there so I can put these in over the top. In a second, I got me a wedge underneath to hold this so I can put a pitch on her. These in here, I just have these in loose. I'm gonna run some in that way and tighten her in. The biggest bitch with these tech screws is the driver heads. They fill up with shavings, and then you can't get, then the screw don't sit in there straight, and she wobbles and they end up falling out. Turns into a real pain in the ass after you've got using these for a while. See, screw won't stay in there. It's just, it's a magnetic head, but whatever. I'm going to bring you up close here. I got a safe perch for you. And this is basically what I'm doing. Running these in, these Tech screws. Need a longer one. Yeah, I didn't think that would come out. Save that for later. Okay, now it's starting to rain for real, so I have to button this up. Oh, you shitbag. Okay, fuck you right in your ass. Watch, I'm probably right on another screw. Oh no, it was just a bad screw. Alright. Now it's starting to rain for real now, so I'm gonna bring this to a close. But there we go. I'm pretty sure these will, I might put a cross tie in and run one down to here or something later too, but that's it for now. I'll bring you back when I set this thing in place. Probably won't be today. Alright, day 2. I got the basket of joy out. All the tools ready. I'm going to put some stuff, put some measurements. I was just going to leave these braces alone as it was to hang this air conditioner, but I think they're kind of cantilevered out there a little too far for my liking. I mean, that would be 10 of basically these holding up that weight, but that thing's pretty heavy. So I mean, I got whatever, 3 across the bottom and 2 on each side. Would it hold? Possibly. But to hedge my bets, I'm going to run a cross brace. Where'd it go? There it is. Ugh. This bad rascal. Right there. And Then run something like this to the bottom of it. Have an angle piece down from right here to here somewhere, and that should give me plenty. That triangulation should do fine. Well, so now she'll go right up in there, and I'll be able to screw her right through the face of that cross brace right into this, in theory. Okay, so what do you think? Think she'll hold an air conditioner? Come on up and take a look at my fine work. Nothing's precise. Angles are wrong. But I think she's about as solid as you could ask for. And down here, up underneath. Yeah, the angle's a little wrong here, but I don't give a shit. She'll... Down weight is what we need to worry about. Now, how in blazes am I going to get that air conditioner up here? I don't know. I've come to the conclusion it's going to be easier for me to put this air conditioner in from the inside than it is from the outside. Although I will have to remove this vise. That way I can get in here. I'll probably, that's going to be easier than try to, I thought come up with 1,000 different ideas on how to strap that onto the forks and put it up there, put it on a pallet and put it up there. But without a second person, like being on a ladder right there to guide it in, it's about, you know, it's tough. So what I'm going to try to do is bring it in from the inside. But in order to do that, this from here to this shelf that's in the window there's not enough clearance, so I have to remove this. So I usually keep this around, right around the bench there, the vise, and that old fart of a drill press I have. This is a good for nothing wrench that Craftsman came up with, I don't know, 35 years ago. It's a real piece of turd, but it works for right around here for taking the vise on, putting the vise on, or vice versa, or whatever. But, you know, as a real wrench, no, it doesn't qualify. But it just did that pretty swift. Okay, so there's 2 of those bolts out. Now this is going to be the toughen, because I'm going to have to grab this. Come on now. Well, of course you would. Yeah. And this is another pair. This is a pair of Sears channel locks from, or I'm sorry, locking pliers from, I don't know, the 90s. They're about fuck all worth nothing too. But in a pinch, I keep these around the bench just for something at hand if I need to grab something right quick. Because that's all they're good for, is in a pinch. You wouldn't want to take them where you actually need to use tools, because they don't qualify. Alright. All thread number 3. Up we go. There we go. Now, that's off of there. Now to get that air conditioner in here. Okay, whew, that wasn't easy. Here we go. This is going to make life up here a whole lot better. I spent a lot of time in this garage. Now I'll have to close off this 8-foot door behind me, and that door over there. I'll get a cheap Harbor Freight tarp and use it as a curtain, which is in place. I got the grill and the filter down in the house, so I didn't bring that up because didn't think about it. But there it is, large and live. Still got to fill in some cracks here and around the edges, but wanted to get it in and get it up and running. All right, well, thanks for watching.